Poison orb emitting.
Wait for it.
One enemy remaining.
Wait for it.
Poison's off.
Nice.
Ha.
I hope I was recording that.
That's cool.
Jin, why do you insist on holding these far away angles?
Oh, don't worry. This is the cheesiest fucking shit ever. You'll see.
Really?
Unless he miscalculated. He might
Last
have.
player standing.
Poison orb emitting.
Oh no, it's right on top of it.
Poison's off.
Yep. I told you, cheesiest fucking shit ever.
Hello guys, I'm Jinsled and I'm here to show you guys how to do some insane strategies that I have thought up that I think are absolutely game changing. I rarely see any types of these strategies played out, and I believe that this video will change how people see and use Viper. To start off, this video covers mostly on Viper's C, which is Snakebite. It lasts 8 seconds, dealing 25 damage per second, and the radius size of the Snakebite is the same as any other area denial abilities such as Brimstone's Molly and Phoenix's Fireball. In her current meta, her C is used in defense as a stall for fuel or enemy entry, while on offense it's used for pushing players out of their positions. So yeah, the current problem that I'm seeing with Viper is that she is extremely underrated, and even with the in-depth Viper tutorials on how to use her on YouTube, they mostly cover vision denial lineups using her Smoke Orb and Curtain, completely ignoring her C. The truth is, Viper's C is even more underrated. Viper can add so much more play potential using her Snakebite in creative ways other than stalling an entry or pushing players out of their positions. This mindset most likely came from Counter-Strike using their smokes and mollies to push or defend a site. With no skybox and her molly unable to break in mid-air, Viper can effectively defend a bomb site from very far away. Okay, so here we'll go into the math a bit. In my opinion, Viper can deny an enemy defuse for the longest time, more so than Sage. If played correctly, 2 Snakebites can be used back to back and deny 16 of the 45 seconds during post-plant. Already a good fraction of the 45 seconds will have been stalled by you or your teammates guarding the bomb and the enemy team rotating and pushing, so there won't be a lot of time left over. If they push very quickly and you still get into position to use the Snakebites, there will be around 14 seconds left for the enemy to defuse. With 45 seconds minus 10 seconds to get into position, minus 5 seconds the poison's in midair, 16 seconds for the stall after it lands, there's only around 14 seconds left. As it takes 7 seconds to defuse, all you have to do is be near the bomb when the poison is ending and stall for 6 to 7 more seconds. And this is if you shoot the poison immediately. This is fairly easy compared to guarding it for 38 seconds. Basically, if your team can stall 10 to 15 seconds and you get into your position after the plant, if you don't get flanked, you practically win the round. Some things to watch out for though would be people starting to defuse before you fire your poison. You could use your Toxic Orb before the poison lands to try to kill them faster, or quickly go back and check on the bomb. Something else could be 2 full health players trying to defuse the bomb. This is unlikely though because one normally dies and the other will wave it out. Just barely, it might be possible for a full health overhealed Reyna and an ultied Phoenix to outheal the poison with the Toxic Orb. Alright, with the math out of the way, let's get into the video.
I know exactly where you are.
You're on.
You can get from heaven.
Last player standing.
I don't know if our Viper AFK'd. I wonder if they forgot about it. I think they forgot about it.
Clutch.
Alright, so our first lineup is going to be on split A site for default behind the screen. This is the most commonly planted spot on this site. You want to run over to this cubby over here and go to the second dark line right over here. And then you want to aim the top of your crosshair at the bottom of this V that the leaves make. Make sure you're crouched. and then fire. The lineups I find I usually try to do in a corner as it's easier and faster to get into. This one I just couldn't find anything else, so this is how it is. And as you can see, it lands perfectly behind the screen over the bomb.
Poison
I
orb
hear her
emitting.
moving.
Last player standing.
Son of a bitch!
Wow, that was a position. Yeah, I'm about to say.
I almost broke a sweat.
Dude,
Now we're on Split's B site. This is the spot where most people plant. What you want to do is run towards CT and stick yourself in this little corner. You want to look up, and at the top right there will be a little dot where you can see the sky. Aim at it and fire. This is probably my most reliable lineup, as most of the time I try to pull it off, I'm successful with it. This is also just a good angle to hold. You can get a lot of information and see where people are rotating, and you can pick anyone off who's going through the tunnel you just went through.
Toxins going up. Toxin screen. Poison orb emitting. Poison's off. Ended.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Clutch.
3 down.
You're so good.
Playing with our food.
Alright, so now we're on Bind. I'm also going to show you the orb and curtain I use as I incorporate it with my stalls, as well as block vision with it. This plant is going to be for your basic showers plant in the corner of these green boxes. You want to head back to showers after your plant and then go behind.
Planted. Toxin screen down.
Go to these boxes in the back, aim your cursor at the top bump over here of these leaves, and fire. And after you shot your last shot, you can go back into showers and defend the bomb site by yourself.
One enemy remaining.
Showers.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Last player standing.
Oh, I didn't. Because A-Site has other common plant spots, I also have lineups here, so get the bomb planted in this close corner or by the middle wheel of the truck. You want to head down this alley on top of this box to get into the corner, and then aim the left side of your crosshair at the top right of this corner. For a truck, you want to aim a bit lower by this railing, and then your first shot will land right on top of the bomb, and the second by truck.
Light planted.
Smoke bomb.
Toxins going up. Toxin screen down. emitting. Poison's off.
And now onto B's bomb site. I feel like this is the most common plant spot, but I also have a lineup for the other corner. If you want to head over to Hookah and next to the teleporter box, you can crouch over here, aim your Q at the end of this little pole, fire. The other corner's lineup is a bit more complicated, but you can look for something over here. Sorry about that one. And there it goes.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Poison ore
Oh,
emitting.
oh.
One enemy remaining.
Unknown poison.
Oh.
Tragic.
Now John got it.
Okay, so now Haven's A site. This is also a very reliable one as I can get information on people going through A main. You want to head on over to these sandbags over here, jump on top of them, and aim your cursor so that the bottom rests on the corner of this roof. You'll notice I'll wait 8 seconds before firing again. This is so right when the first poison ends, the second will land right after. It'll generally stay in air for around 5 seconds.
Poison's off.
One enemy remaining.
There you go.
Last player standing.
Alright,
No, no.
Jin, you got
Poison
any,
ore emitting.
I only got one. Alright, that'll last.
Poison's off.
Nice one.
Nice.
Oh, he revived him. He revived him.
One enemy remaining.
So tough.
Very tough.
Oh! But it's GG. He's not even trying. He's just like, fuck it.
That's so dumb.
Last player standing.
Sova is there. There's someone else on Heaven, Catwalk, whatever that thing's called.
No way, that actually
did it.
worked.
One enemy remaining. Clutch.
Wow.
That was like mega cheese. Good job.
Finally, the new map Ascent. I have 3 lineups here, one for the middle of this machine where I planted, one in the corner by the machine, and one for the 2 middle box corners. For the lineup, you want to stand in this corner, aim so that your C crosshair matches the bottom left of this box. You can just fire, and I'll head back so you can see where it lands. The next one's going to be in the corner right next to that plant. You want to head to the same spot, look in the same corner by your C crosshair. This time you jump and fire. And as you can see, it lands right in the corner. This next one is going to be same spot, except this time you look over at this rock in between these 2 other rocks. Fire. And it'll cover the entire box. You can plant in front of it or behind it, and it'll barely be able to cover both of them. Okay, so finally the last site. I actually have 2 locations you can stall from, this one being the first and more reliable one in my opinion. Head on over to here near CT, aim yourself above this grassy line, and then look at the wedge over here. Your crosshair kind of fits in like a Tetris piece. This will go towards middle boxes. For the next one, you want to aim on top of the 3rd bump, rest your crosshair on it, and this one will fire towards the back of stack boxes. Yeah, the next one is good if you're coming from mid and bomb is already planted. Quite a few people check on this spot though, so I would say it's not as reliable. You can get another lineup from here though. So you want to back yourself into this corner, look at the fan over there, a bit to the left, and fit the crosshair into the corner, jump and fire. There's another fan over here, but sometimes it's covered by a rock. You can just jump and fire where the fan would be. And you'll see the first shot landed behind the middle boxes and the second one behind the stack boxes. You can head on back to the same corner and aim your crosshair so that the top and left side touches these 2 lines. You don't have to jump for this one, and it'll land right on top of the brown boxes in this corner. You've made it to the end! I hope this video helped you become a better Viper player. This is actually the first time I've ever made a video. Before this I've actually had no idea how to edit. I did spend a super long time recording and finding these tricks and lineups myself. So please support this video and channel if you liked it. Feel free to give me any tips and advice in the comments. I do have other video ideas like other agent stalls and lineup tactics, so let me know if you want it made. Until then, thank you so much for watching.
Hey!